Hi everyone, Mark Merrill with Firm. We're talking about AI, artificial intelligence, and innovation and education. Today, folks, we are going over a recent presentation by Sean Packard, you see here, owner of Red Claw Media, who gave a short session about AI for real business growth at a recent Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce breakfast in Waterville, city just north of Augusta, the state capital, to share everyday examples, demos of AI components that can be useful in Maine business organizations. Now we're going to have him describe it and an excerpt here of just some of his explanations during the presentation on April 9th, starting with an explanation of how social media and even music, a little bit of music, and AI work to benefit a company or a business.
Everything that I'm going to cover for the most part today is things that shouldn't be affected by any legal grounds. So what is AI actually? AI is trying to, is specifically regenerative actually, let me be clear. You are trying to find a solution to something. Everything is problem-based. Generative AI wants to please you. So it's kind of funny, if you tell AI that my job relies on this workflow or that I'll give you a cookie, it will give you a better result than if you end up just typing in make me a flyer of said whatever. If you make it feel like it has to do the work for you, it will give you a better result. Because that's what it's trying to do. It's really the difference between generative AI and statistical AI or informational AI, which we've had forever, right? Think of like your cell phone with data retrieval while you're driving down the road and it's tracking you. That's technically a form of AI. It's very basic and it's been around forever. Walkie-talkies now have AI. Like, this is crazy. But again, those are different forms of AI. The generative AI piece, remember, anytime that you are asking it to do something, it's trying to please you. So keep that in mind as we go forward. When it comes to prompting, just try to critique it in a way that, how could I make this a problem that needs a solution? And a lot of times that will create a better result for you. So let's talk about music, right? There's some crazy statistics of music, right? For people that don't know, there's only 79 billion types of songs in existence that can be created. Right now we're at about 230 million. So we have a ways to go, but in today's time period, we're uploading about 100,000 songs a day, and a lot of that increase has been from AI. AI has added about 50 to 70% of the music now daily. Back in 2016, before generative AI was really kicking off and before it was something very popular, it was only about 30,000 songs a day. So it's come, tenfold, if not more than that, right? Just in about 10 years. So it's kind of crazy how advanced, and we're gonna have some cases that we'll go over with it. Is it, again, we'll get into legalities, but is it, good to use AI music? Yeah, it can be. I have a production person. His name is Mark Box. He's made music for PBS and Doctor Who, and AI has allowed him to create new forms of music, new genres entirely, and that is an AI assist is better than maybe AI music entirely, but we'll get into that for sure.
That's just a segment there, folks, from Sean Packard, the owner and founder of Red Claw Media. A little bit more details, if we may, folks, though, here on Firm, as we're talking about AI, innovation, and education. So to go a little bit further on it, as you can see from the flyer there, A little bit better picture probably you can see now of him in Red Claw Media. He says, "We don't just make videos, we craft experiences that resonate, inspire, and connect." And under a little bit of a bio, at Red Claw, we're passionate about bringing stories, he says, to life through bold, high-quality video production based in Central Maine. We specialize in creating dynamic content for businesses, brands, and individuals looking to make an impact, whether it's commercial, oriented, including videos, short films, documentaries, or social media content. He says his work is driven by creativity, authenticity, and a deep understanding of visual storytelling. They believe at Red Claw that every project deserves a unique approach, combining cinematic visuals with strategic messaging to engage audiences and elevate brands, and even make your ideas, your individual ones, come to life. So for more information, folks, right there at the end of it, and we will provide that on our comments section for a link as well, but you can go, I should say, anytime to Red Claw Media, that's REDCLAW, Red Claw Media, just like it says here, redclawmedia.com, like it's all one word. For this particular portion of this program on AI, folks, we're going to break it up into segments. So we thank you for joining us for this initial one on AI innovation and education, and we'll continue with several more scattered throughout the next few days and weeks. Thanks again for joining us anytime, folks, though, on FIRM, Fairness in Reporting Media, and fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com, fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com for your input and connections with us on free speech, or violations of free speech for that matter. Also, we're always about truth, facts, reality, and common sense. In the meantime, folks, everybody stay safe and peace to all.